to these spirits that I can hear and ask them who inhabits this keep, fortress, structure.
Well, first of all, I
Yep.
want to establish that this is sort of a fun sixth sense kind of ability. So you are just talking.
Yep.
Just he does this.
Yes, he has scared off a lot of
he gets
people.
He gets to be weird. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
The ghost that currently is walking next to you as you ride your horse is actually a young person from the very same tribe. Yes.
All right.
And you recognize you've been staying with them for some time.
Yep.
And so what I'm saying, remember I said that lots of people from this tribe and other tribes have been coming here to explore. Nobody lives here, but they come on their travels, and that's where you have learned the tales that have brought you here. But so this is clearly somebody who had been in some traveling group that had passed through the city. And in his case, did not come out.
No.
And so to answer your question, let's take a look at that ability again. What does it say?
There is ghost sight, which exhausts magnitude bonus to awareness regarding ghosts.
But you still get an awareness roll for it. If you want to communicate with them, then you will you can communicate with them. The idea is that these abilities, when they say exhaust for a bonus to do something, the thing you can do, if it's not something anybody can do, you can do it.
All right.
You just don't have to exhaust it for the bonus if you don't want.
No.
So if you want to communicate with it, you don't have to exhaust the
All
bonus.
right. So I still have an awareness of them, and
You still have the awareness, you still have the communication, you just
All right.
exhaust if you want the bonus.
Okay.
So the ability is actually there.
All right.
But if we exhaust it, then we lose the ability.
Correct. And he would do that for the bonus.
And is that just exhausting, so to say, the ghost side, for example, but not the grey halo? Or...
Correct. Those are separate
All right.
picks for that, separate themes for that ability.
Right. Well,
as I understand.
So
that
that
would be
means
mean otherwise.
Right. So, what was the answer then?
Yes. So the ghost's answer is that the shaman of our family, by which he means the extended family, of that he's part of, came here. Let's see, and is the only one left. He is here. You said who lives here?
Yep.
He does. He does now.
Do you know to where he went? Here?
He says, he points up to the building above the hand. And he says, be careful. He holds us here. We cannot go on. Help us.
Your shaman holds you here.
Right. Someone talks about being a bad shaman.
Yep.
That's nothing. This is
I'm
clearly,
kind of pissed.
this clearly is very, 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 very not shaman thing to do, which is to torment and trap the souls of your own people.
Yeah. Okay.
So by now, how casually are you riding up underneath the shadow of this massive petrified bone structure?
I
think
assume
that's
we hadn't
staying
gone
around
out
here.
yet.
I assumed you hadn't either, but I just thought I would
Yes,
ask.
I assume
not
he
gonna
started
assume.
talking
Yeah.
out
I'm talking
loud
out
and
the
we
voice.
are waiting.
Right,
To
he's
be
up to
honest,
something more.
my ability, I would have seen him speak with.
Now you are seeing him speaking, and so now
Yeah.
you are sort of like getting an idea. Go ahead and make an awareness check. I believe that it is. I'm looking for the right.
Is it Havoc or is it?
It is Havoc, but I'm looking to see what your.
3.
It's awareness right here, right? Yeah. So you got a 3.
Yep.
So that's against a 0 in this case.
Yep.
So you've got. Wait. Yes.
I did not see.
The positive consequence for you is that you would get a very good idea of what is happening underneath that.
Yeah.
And for the negative side is that your spirit would be harmed by the frightening insight and perhaps even be partly included in that effect. With less knowledge. The first one gives you more knowledge, the second one would give you less knowledge and some essential damage, which I love to do.
I understand. I understand what happened in some way, and I become part of it because.
Right, but you wouldn't understand it as well as if
No.
you succeed. Yes, so I'm happy either way. Yes, how much damage do we take? With a 12 on a 6, and your numbers are what?
4 and 5.
4 and 5
that's all right.
on the wrong one.
Yes, I know, but it's only 1 essence damage, unless
Oh.
you want to reroll or something.
Yeah, I want to reroll.
Vigilant.
I've already exhausted.
Oh, which one then?
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
That-
Good plan.
That sounded more
Good plan. Yeah.
like a proper.
Mhm.
And now here comes the 1 and the 6.
Yeah,
On the
Actually,
right
I rolled
ones.
on the right
On the
ones.
right
I
ones.
rolled a 1 and a 6. But
On the right ones,
on the
and
right
that
ones,
means that
I
you get a
succeed.
critical success
nice.
because of your 1 on the demon die.
Yeah.
So with your critical success, well, this is fantastic. You basically are able to send your spirit. You know what? For the first time in years and years and years,
Yeah.
your full shamanistic spirit flight out of your head.
This is my people.
Yeah, you
Even though it's not my tribe.
precise people, but now you feel like you are adopting them. You know what? They need a shaman. They need a shaman.
One that isn't even take more than some statements.
Yeah, and you can, yeah. And so you are embraced by them, and they cry out for your help.
Yeah.
So you are able to walk in your spirit form underneath that thing, and you can feel that right from that spot directly above, you can feel the forces that are holding them in chains. And that you can feel that, and you also realize you're walking among corpses.
Oh.
The scattered objects are bodies, and they are about a week old,
yeah.
Which is no good, no fun at all. And so what's happening here is very much a spirit trap. So but it is centered up above, and is holding them underneath this hand. And tormenting them.
Would I understand if I moved the corpses? They would.
That's an interesting point. I think that if they received a proper burial,
yeah, that was my
that
next
we
step.
are some choices
I was
there.
exhausting that. That was in my mind. I would do a sky barrel.
Yeah. So we'll wait just a moment, okay?
Formation.
No, a sky barrel.
Sky
Yes,
barrel
It's
is yes.
one of my abilities.
Yes. I was more. Yes, you can bury something, but I guess you
You
can
can burn
also
it too.
burn them.
Yeah.
And that might be
Well,
safer for us.
let me explain a little bit about that term in just a moment.
Yes.
Okay. Right now, I just want to point out that is something that will take some time, which is fine. But you're walking among them, and you learn the name of the shaman,
Yes.
who came to, they explored this thing, and he found something. And over the next month, it turned him twisted and strange, and he started sacrificing people and convincing people that it was okay. And then when people finally tried to rebel upon him, then he was too powerful. And so and used the spirits of those he had taken to defend himself and to kill other people. So now they are all, murdered and trapped and miserable here, and they are not human anymore. They are dead, but they are spirits, but they are in agony. And they cannot rejoin the mother of the clan or whatever it is that they are supposed to do. And so his name is Hek, H-H-E-K, 2 H's, Hek. And so, and he was the terrible thing is he was a very kind old man. He was noted for being very sweet, like a grandfather to everybody. It's one of the reasons why he got away with it for a while.
Sweet.
Nobody could believe.
He would do it.
And so, but now, he's a monster. And so and at this point, let's see. I'm just double checking the books to make sure I am being good with the opportunities. Was it to strengthen the tribe, Camilla? Was that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then for you, yes.
Well, to
yes.
keep them out from civilization.
And you realize that the spirit of the dog is walking with you.
Yeah.
Right, at this point.
Yes.
The spirit of the dog is actually instrumental in protecting you from the the effect. You can walk in and out of the trap.
I'm petting it.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Just a mild stroke.
Right.
You
Now
see
there
how
will be a roll in a bit to make this final, but this shows that the potential is there.
All right.
Okay.
And I do remember the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
And I invoke my own sadness.
Oh, good enough. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so now, does anybody, just to remind you, and I know, Camilla, you're not inclined to do this, but does anyone want to make him feel a little paranoid? Because you are
thinking,
allowed.
is this a river?
Let's take a look.
Because
looks like a cliffside.
yeah,
Oh,
because
it's part of this.
yeah, it's
So
a
let's take
river,
a look,
but
yeah.
how does that work with this? Because
I
we don't
know.
have a river.
No, I know. The effect, I think, in this original map is that this is not water, it is big cracks.
It's
okay.
chasms.
Right. But
Yeah,
I
but
am
you don't
interpreting
actually
it
have
differently.
a chasm on here
Right.
either.
I agree completely, so
So,
it's a little strange. I am at this point, I'm only going to say that is some sort of interesting visual effects in that layer of the cliff.
Because I was thinking, can I do a perimeter around the building while he is doing his thing?
This is you can see the contour lines. It is not as shallow, it is not as steep here.
Yes.
And we can see that
Yes.
this is the same
I
level.
actually don't want to be very close to the building. I was more like,
Right.
can I take a ride around?
Let's treat this more like a path, like a road.
Yes.
So even though it is all beaten up and ancient and full of bushes and things,
yes.
I'm going to say that you could work by going back and forth up here.
Yes.
You could easily get up to this level and then traverse on this level to get a better look if you want to. So
I was mere thinking if I do a perimeter around the entire building to see if is the threat coming from the outside.
Right. Once you get to the corner of the map,
yes,
it's too steep.
Okay.
You're not going to get around it.
Okay, so I can't do that.
But you can get a better look from a different angle if you want to by going up there.
Yes, I guess I do that.
That's fine. Okay, so from there, we can either have you make an awareness check for some things, which in your case, the positive would be that you could actually see where this guy is.
Yes.
The negative would be that he sees you too and starts to invoke his powers against the invaders, of which he is currently unaware.
Yes.
So do you want to do that or make life easier for yourself? It's really not going to be very hard. I would just say that you would be up against a 1, and you have
I have a 3.
Yeah, you have a 3, so it would be a 2-step, 10 and 6.
10 and 6.
If that's what you want.
Yes, and I technically would have, because of vigilance, I could make a reroll if life gets really bad for me.
Right.
Or maybe quick could work also.
I completely agree. Yeah, to quickly take your horse down the hill, for example. But you do quite well.
Yes.
Yes. And I will say that that in fact you were able to take some time, right? To take some time. You were able to be a really good scout and ranger, right? To actually do some cool shit to get, tie your horse somewhere, to have your horse say, you don't tie your horse, you say, wait here, right? Because you're an opponent.
I tell him, go look at that thing while I look at this
That's
thing.
right. Yeah, exactly. And so you and your horse work together. You're able to get up on rocks and look down. You're able to jump off the rock and your horse is right there. All that great stuff. Right? We have fun. We have fun drawing it. All that stuff. Yes. Mm-hmm. So what this means really substantially is that you can see that that first of all, That is a big dragon head right there.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can see that Heck is currently invoking some kind of horrific energy effect under there,
Yes.
right? And that
But
at
I'm
the
guessing
moment,
at this moment I don't know what he knows.
correct.
So I just
He's
know
right.
he is there.
But you are familiar with shamans.
Yes.
And he is definitely doing some form of shamanic activity with the right kind of drawings and the right kind of chanting and things like that. And strangely, it's the same kind of chanting that goes with the rock.